these are my full unpopular opinions of Baddies West. Now I want to start off by saying the baddie shows have the potential to be great, but they just need like a better plot, better storylines, more scenes in the house of the girls interacting with each other, like how they do on Bad Boys. We get more scenes in them in the club and on the bus than anything. Like get them sitting in the pool or something, or at the nail shop or something. Let the girls interact. Cause right now it's just giving trash and ghetto, and that's just my opinion. And I also feel like they need a more diverse cast. It's just all black girls. Now I love my black queens, but I do think Natalie should mix it up a little, like how Bad Girls Club did. They had Spanish girls, white girls, black girls, you know, different cultures, different cities, different personalities. And that's why the Bad Girls Club was so iconic. They didn't just go in getting the same girls. And that's how I think the baddies need to be. Hopefully she casts better with Baddies East. Now I want to start off with Biggie. Now I personally think from the start she been aggravating. She was always looking for a moment. Even on the first bus ride, Natalie was like, we waiting on Stunner, she finna get on the bus. And Biggie was like, she started all that mess, why should we have to wait on her? You know, after that mess with her and Tommy. After Stunner snuck Tommy at the photo shoot. And Biggie was like, Stunner did too much. It was a time and place for everything. And she was like, she don't like how Stunner snuck Tommy. Like, girl, it's okay to voice your opinion, but know when to shut up. You going on and on about something that don't have nothing to do with you. Like, she was already going so hard for Tommy, and she didn't even know her. And Biggie even got into it with Kat on the bus, asking Kat is she a promoter, and Kat was clearly telling her, no, I'm not a promoter. You know, going on and on about it. Like, why are you arguing with Kat over her job? She know what she do. If she said she's not a promoter, she's not a promoter. I mean, Kat been known. She been in the game for years. She was in music videos. She was on Bad Girls Club, dated a couple rappers. And I feel like Biggie was just trying to play her, downgrading what she do. She kept talking about how she a boss. But honestly, the whole season, I didn't see her boss side. She was more worried about Stunner than anything. Going hard for Tommy. In my eyes, a whole stranger. She haven't known Tommy long enough to be going hard the way she did. And Tommy wasn't even reciprocating the energy. Like, she was just acting extra thirsty for camera time. It was giving clout chasing. Always looking for a moment trying to do her big one. And she was definitely mad about that chain. Talking about her grandma gave her that chain. Like, why are you fighting Stunner girl anyway? What is the actual beef? Of course, Stunner throwed something at her. The argument on the bus, Stunner wasn't even trying to get loud with her. She was like, Tommy started with me, it is what it is. Biggie kept going on and on about it. Something that don't even have nothing to do with her. But I guess she definitely bought the views in. She was entertaining. I mean, she was kind of the trending topic on Baddies West this season. She was in somebody's business every episode. Probably the most annoying cast member. Like an annoying gnat that won't go away. And I wanted to like her at first, but she just was a follower to me. Like, have your own mind. I just hope she don't be casted for Baddies East. And it don't seem like she was acting too tough at the reunion. She seemed a little standoffish. But overall, she was aggravating. But it seemed like now she's trying to come out to her more feminine side. I wish she would have dressed like this on the show. Because on the show, all she was wearing was sweats everywhere. And her Yeezy slides with every outfit. Now, to me, in my opinion, Kat was giving nothing on the show. I really feel like her spot should have been given to somebody else. In my opinion, she was Stunner lapdog the whole season. Since the first episode, her whole storyline revolved around Stunner. Playing in her hair 5 minutes, rubbing lotion on her. And it ain't nothing wrong with that, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Unless it was like a long-time friend or a family member. But I'm not gonna be that touchy-touchy with somebody I just met. That's just me. I feel like it was very unnecessary to be that touchy-touchy. And y'all keep saying she the mother of the house. She was like that on Bad Girls Club. I mean, I guess that's just her personality. But for me, it would be a no. Especially since Thunder wasn't replicating the energy. It was giving run up behind you. But I can say Kat is very beautiful to me. She give me Black Barbie. And she have a banging body. Now, the way she dressed on the show was a bit questionable. But it seemed like after the show, most of the girls stepped their game up. Kat is one of them. Because on the show, she was giving me rainbow vibes. And city trends. And y'all kept saying she was under Stunner because she looked at her like a little sister. But yet she let her little sister get jumped. So that's really not an excuse. If you really looked at somebody like a little sister, it ain't no way you finna let all these people be on her back every day. I mean, even in conversation. When people be talking about Stunner, she don't defend Stunner. She just sit there and look crazy. She don't even have to fight. But she can defend the girl. You know, just use her words. You know, you don't have to fight to be a bad girl. But if she really looked at Stunner like a little sister, she would have defended her when people were talking about her behind her back. So once again, y'all have to start using that excuse. But overall, I like Kat. You know, just from her personality. But I do think her presence really wasn't needed on the show. Everything that went on in the house would have went on whether she was there or not. And y'all kept saying Kat not scary. Y'all must don't know Kat from Bad Girls Club. Like, yes, we know her from Bad Girls Club. But that was 10 years ago. She haven't showed us Cat from Bad Girls Club on neither episode of Baddies West because she changed and matured, and that's okay. Once again, you don't have to fight to be a bad girl. Now, Scotty definitely got the body, but on the show, she gives nothing. She been on Baddies South, Baddies West, and she still just giving the viewers nothing. She should have did her big one when Natalie ran up in her face. I don't care how much money you put in my pocket. I don't care what you put me on. You ain't finna disrespect me on national TV. I know that was so embarrassing for Scotty because she seemed like a sweet girl, and the way Natalie treat her is ridiculous. And it's crazy that she would allow that. Like, girl, you are not in middle school. Are you that desperate for a friend? Or desperate for money or whatever Natalie give her? It's not worth the disrespect to me. I just think she need to grow a backbone and stand up for herself more. And at the reunion, I seen she trying to fight Tommy. Like, you just don't want Natalie to be mad at you again? Not helping her fight? She ain't said a peep to Tommy all season. She's trying to fight her at the reunion? She Natalie lapdog. And it's honestly embarrassing and cringy. And desperate. But overall, I like her. I think she a sweet girl. But she definitely don't need to come back for Baddies East. She been on for 2 seasons in a row. If she ain't brought what she needed to bring by now, then no well. She had 2 years to bring what she needed to bring. Both years she gave lapdog. Can get her spot to somebody else. Now, I like Razor. I feel like she got the looks down pat. The personality down pat. I mean, she look like she belong on TV. She definitely gives it, girl. I honestly thought she was gonna bring more to the show. Like, after embarrassing herself being drunk, she actually was pretty quiet. And just from her looks, it don't give quiet. I really thought her personality was gonna be like more. I thought she was gonna have a big personality, but she didn't. And a lot of y'all say she was doing too much with the her and Scotty situation. Now, I went back to rewatch it. Scotty was acting a little thirsty. Like, let me see your tattoo. Take it off so I can see. Now, everybody else was looking at her tattoos. Scotty was giving thirsty. Y'all just have to go back and watch it. What I seen, she was touching the girl. Being aggravating. She was the only one still asking about the tattoos. Pulling on her clothes. Like, she was being extra aggravating. So from the looks of it, when I rewatched it, I see where Razor was coming from. It's like, why are you acting so thirsty? Like I said, yes, everybody on the bus was, trying to look at her tattoos too. They was not acting thirsty the way Scotty was. They didn't really care that much to see the tattoos, honestly. But Scotty was acting like she wanted to see the tattoos so bad. You never know, that probably triggered something for Razor. She said she been to jail, said she didn't have an easy upbringing. So you never know what going through people's minds. Somebody telling you to back off, just back off. You don't have to know the reason. I felt like she should have just respected her privacy and gave her space. But I do think Razor was doing too much with the Stunner situation. She was like, what's your trigger? And you let it go? Stunner was like, no, I'm not letting it go. And Razor kept going on and on and on about it. Like, honestly, that's between her and Tommy. Why do y'all care so much? After those 2 altercations, she was like really quiet. I really forgot she was on the show the last few episodes. So it's kind of say I was a little disappointed. I thought she was going to bring more to the show. And I'm not talking about fighting. I'm just saying I thought her personality was like bigger. But, clearly it wasn't so. Then she didn't even show up to the reunion. I cannot stand when people don't show up to the reunion. So it's safe to say she don't need to come back next season. Now, I think Tommy was a perfect fit for the show. Every episode, she was lit. She was being herself. She didn't care who didn't like it. She was the best dressed. I don't really like or agree with everything Tommy do or say, but she's definitely that girl. She did what needed to be done to bring the views in, just by being herself. Now, y'all don't gotta like Tommy, but y'all can admit she made the show. Her personality was given. So I do think she's a little aggressive, and I hate to say it, but her music is trash, in my opinion. She did what needed to be done. She was acting crazy. Her undergarments on the security guard on the first episode, and took with the security guards, asking them, do they got favoritism? You got some favoritism around here? Y'all gotta admit, Tommy is crazy. And I feel like if she would have acknowledged that she was wrong in a Stunner situation, their issues would have been resolved. But she didn't want to acknowledge that. If she would have acknowledged that, they would have moved right past it. But she didn't. So that's why the beef prolonged. But I definitely would be here if she wanted to be on Baddies East. Because she gave the viewers what they needed. It wasn't one dull moment with her. She know how to bring it. Now, I like Lo. She was definitely one of the prettiest girls in the house. She can dress. But on that first episode, she was definitely giving pressed about Krishan. Talking about her in the confessionals. Every time somebody mentioned Krishan, she get an attitude, roll her eyes. Talking about she got rushed, so everybody should be on time. Like, girl, you coming on a show. A ghetto ratchet show. With like 8 other girls. Everything is not always going to go as planned. Especially if Natalie got anything to do with it. So, of course, a couple people going to be late. And it's going to be all over the place. But that's not Krishan's fault. That's Natalie's fault. Natalie always talking about how she run the show. But she can't even put the girls in place. And I feel like if Natalie wasn't complaining about Krishan being late, Lo shouldn't have a problem. Everybody's time got wasted. But you don't see them complaining about it. And she was rolling her neck, talking with her hand. I mean, at first, it seemed like the Bad Girls Club Lo was coming out. But I feel like Krishan humbled her. She was definitely giving attitude energy before she got rocked by Krishan. After that, she was chill. I mean, on the bus, she was even trying to check Stunner. Talking about what happened between you and Tommy. Talking about, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, like what happened. Like, I don't think she be meaning no harm, but it's just the way she come off. She come off like she checking. I think that's just how she talk. And me personally, if I was her, I would have never forgave Krishan. Girl, you gave me 4 knocks on national TV. You think we finna be friends afterwards? Like, she is definitely way better than me. They say she got her lit back off camera, but I would have had to do it on camera so the world can see. And I hate to say it, but it was her karma. If y'all watched her on Bad Girls Club, you would know she was trying to pick on the weaker girls and fight the weaker girls in the house, giving very much bully vibes. Blowing stuff out of proportion, just starting stuff. So in my opinion, it was her karma. Just like Krishan did Persuasion, did the same thing to Lo. And I guess she was a great addition. She had good energy for the rest of the episodes. And she definitely spoke up about whatever she wanted to. Just like the money situation. Like, honestly, she don't care. She's gonna speak her mind. And that's what I like about her. And I like how classy she is. But I wouldn't bring her back another season. It seems like she's in a whole different headspace now. Baddies is for young girls that's ratchet and willing to fight and be ghetto. And I don't think Lo is on that, so I'll pass on her. DJ Sky really gave nothing this season. She wasn't the best dressed. I mean, the only thing she was really doing is messing up on the DJ booth. And that's basically it. She only came on to be Krishan babysitter. And she didn't even do a good job at that. Which I don't even know why she was signed up to do that anyway. Because who can control Krishan? Nobody. All this unnecessary beef she got with Rolly all of a sudden. Trying to do her big one because she haven't done nothing all season. Yeah, it's giving pathetic. But I like her. I think she's a nice girl. I just don't think she reality TV worthy. Especially not for baddies. She don't give fighter. So yeah, her spot could have been given to someone else. She don't need to come back next season. But I do like the way she checked Lo for saying she wanted her to jump in with Krishan. Cause that was stupid. Why would you want somebody to jump you? Especially if you were already losing. So that was an L on Lo part. I agree with Sky High with that. Cause that was ridiculous. Stunner Girl made the show this season. She had the whole house talking about her at one point. The most fights, the most scenes, iconic one-liners. Everybody talking about her all over the internet. I mean, it's safe to say she did her big one. She did what's supposed to be done. She is definitely TV worthy. She gives the viewers what they want. Now, everybody's saying she the new Krishan, but I'm gonna have to disagree. Krishan got 2 different personalities, and Krishan don't do much talking like Stunner do. Krishan don't do no talking, she just fight. Stunner did more talking than fighting, and she wasn't the best fighter. But it's safe to say she wasn't scared of nobody. I do think she a little bit arrogant and extra, but a personality like hers was needed for the show. And she only got like 1 good song, only because it's catchy. Rotation is the best song she got. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't listen to her music. But the song Rotation is a catchy song. It ain't something I would play every day. But if I'm trying to get lit, then yeah. But I don't think she need to come back next season. She's a bit too annoying, a bit too much. And when you do too much sometimes, it really gets aggravating. I don't know if it's just her voice or what. I mean, she did enough on Baddies West. She's not needed no more. I hope Nelly don't try to drag her out like she did Krishan. And like how she do Rolly and Scotty. Like, please, the viewers is tired of them. Give us some new girls. Krishan came in arrogant like she run the show. Talking about, this is my show. I'm sharing my platform. But this season, she really didn't get that much. Now, she did her big one with Lo, but she was barely in the house. I felt like she just act like she was just a little above the show. Thinking she run the show. Like she can just leave when she get ready. Come in when she get ready. Like, I agree with Natalie. Krishan really wasn't respecting the rules. She really wasn't doing her job. And I'm glad she pregnant, and I hope she don't come back for the Baddies East. She can sit this season out. I love Rolly. She's probably the realest, genuinest person on the show. I like how confident she is. I'm glad she don't let the big girls jokes get to her. But I'm honestly tired of seeing her too. Once again, she been on 2 seasons in a row. Every month she talking about she getting her own show on Zeus. Talking about she got a gig with Tyler Perry. I mean, she always talking about her moves before they happen. And then it just don't end up happening. I don't know if she's just a liar or she speak too soon about it. She spoiled it for herself. But in the future, she need to keep all her moves to herself and just pop out. I think it would be nice if Zeus give her like a dating show. Like how they did Bobby Lights and B. Simone and Tokyo Tony. I think a show like that would be good for Rolly. Because I like her on One More Chance. She good for shows like that. I just think she good for TV. But I just don't want to see her on Baddies anymore. I think she can sit next season out. But overall, it was an okay season. Next season, she can do better with the cast. And bring in new girls that nobody don't know. Stop getting these love and hip-hop artists. These old Bad Girls Club artists. And girls from last season. Like, give us something fresh and new. I like how they cast the Bad Boys Club. That's how they need to cast the baddies. Because it just be all over the place. But tell me what y'all think below. And subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.